Hello, welcome to Salt and Light Canning. I'm Jessica and this is my kitchen. Today we have 50 pounds of onions and we are making onion jam. Now if you've never made onion jam before, number one, it's delicious, and no, it's not like for peanut butter and jelly, okay? But it is wonderful on meat as a glaze, or if you're making a meatloaf, or on a burger. Or if you just put like a block of cream cheese and spread the onion jam over it and have that as like an appetizer, it is absolutely wonderful on ribs, on everything. Savory dishes, onion jam is delicious. But to get started, number one, I have onions in here that my husband already diced up a couple days ago and put them in the freezer. So they're getting going. But this tool right here for your KitchenAid, if you don't have one and you plan on doing any kind of large batch canning, this is amazing. I highly recommend it. It's in my Amazon storefront in the description below. You can't go wrong with this thing. It is absolutely wonderful. So we have a lot going on. We're chopping up our onions, and then I'm going to caramelize them here in my roaster. It'll probably take a few hours, and I'll be back when I'm doing something else. Well, my roasting pan is full of diced onions, and now I'm going to add a couple sticks of butter and a couple tablespoons of salt. This is just kosher salt. You can use canning salt or sea salt. You just don't want to use salt that has iodine. I'm going to put my lid back on and let my onions just slow cook and caramelize. I'll be back when I'm doing something else. Well, we're back. It has been several hours, but that's the beauty of doing this in the roaster. I don't have to stand on top of it, okay? We have beautiful golden onions, and now I'm going to add our sugar, molasses, and vinegar. So in this bowl, I have about 6 cups of sugar. We're going to do our best. You know, I like living on the edge here. I also have 2 cups of molasses. I think I'm going to have to let it cook down a little bit. Anyways, I'm going to add about 2 cups of molasses, and then I also have about 6 cups of vinegar. And we'll get those stirred in. I'm going to have to let my onions cook down just a little bit more. And I'll be back when I'm putting it in jars. Well, I'm back. This is actually the next day. It didn't work out for me to finish last night, so I just left everything in the roaster and let it finish cooking down. I have my 6 cups of vinegar added, and I did add a couple extra cups of sugar just because it was not quite sweet enough. But it is delicious, and it's just beautiful onion jam. So now we're going to fill our jars. I'm using pint jars. Please use the size jars you want to use. Some people use the 4-ounce jars or the 8-ounce jars. This is what I use. This is what works for us. So I'm going to fill my jars to about 1/2 inch of headspace. I'm telling you, if you make onion jam, you will not be sorry that you made onion jam. It is just delicious. You're going to love it. Everybody makes a face. Oh, onion jam, what's that? But I promise you, it is so good. We're going to debubble really well. So I do have chunks in there of the onions. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a clean paper towel and some white vinegar, and I'm going to wipe the rims of my jars really well because we have that sugar and the butter. So we want to make sure that our rims of our jars are really clean. And then I'm going to take a flat and a ring and just to finger tight. So beautiful, so delicious. Tell you, you are not going to be sorry. This is the first thing I ever had to can more of. Because I had made it and we used so much, I ended up having to get more. It's just delicious. I much prefer doing this in the roaster because then I don't have to be on top of it the whole time. So that is how I would recommend doing it. But I have always done it just at the stove. I'm just gonna keep filling jars. I'll be back when I'm doing something else. Well, my canner is full. I have right now 8 wide mouth jars in here, and I have more to go. I have enough water to cover everything by at least an inch, and a splash of vinegar. My stove is on, about in between medium and high. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to let this process at a boil for 15 minutes. I'll be back when I'm doing something else. Well, this is round 2. My timer went off, and I took the lids off, and I waited a few minutes, and I'm ready to take them out. Just beautiful. So blessed. So excited to have this back on the shelf. Let me know if you give this a try. I promise you won't regret it. It is so good. Also, just be so blessed. Know that you're loved and be a blessing to someone else. I'll see you in the next video.